guys, Pejman Gadimi back with another exotic car hacks video, and today we are going to look at my G63. This is my G63 AMG. It is a 2013 and it has 30,000 miles. Now today is the conclusion and the review of the G63 after ownership of 4 months. What did I make on it? How long did I own it? How well did it do? Did it break down? Did it have issues? And more importantly, how good of a car was it? So the G63 has mixed feelings. Everybody knows what a G-Wagon is. Everybody knows how prestigious a G-Wagon is. And for the longest time, it was considered the Lamborghini of SUVs until Lamborghini actually came out with an SUV. So everybody that had any money in LA or New York or anywhere drives one of these pieces of shit. Now I call it a piece of shit because it is ultimately what most people don't understand. And let me explain what I mean. That is my new Cayenne Turbo. That is an SUV, meaning like it's a performance SUV. It's smooth, it's comfortable, and more importantly, not only can carry people, but it can go very fast. This also carries people and it goes very fast. But it's the one thing that really nobody seems to understand about the G-Wagon. There is nothing comfortable about this car. This is ultimately nothing more than a Jeep, like a Jeep Wrangler, except a very capable one that looks really good. That's it. That's how you describe the G-Wagon. A good looking Jeep Wrangler. So you don't look like a redneck, you look like a sheikh from Dubai, you know, or some movie star from LA. The point is that the G-Wagon is like super good at going anywhere you need it to go. And it's really good at actually being rugged, being able to be parked anywhere, in addition to the fact that it's very narrow, so a lot of people don't hit their doors or anything. That's a good thing. And it's a great truck to just have to get to places and not worry about driving in the rain, snow, or anything else. The problem is most of us don't use SUVs to go off-roading. Most of us use SUVs because we just ultimately want something that's bigger, that we drive on the road, that goes under rain and the snow and everything else well. And that's just too much for that, because first off, on the highway, it's extremely uncomfortable. The throttle response is off. The actual range is off when you're driving. The transmission does a really poor job at catching up to the engine. And while it's very fast, it seems like when you slam on the gas, it really seems like the entire world around you is shaking as the car is going very fast up to 150 miles an hour. But the point is that this car is a Jeep, it is not an SUV. And that is what the biggest misconception of this truck is. It's comfortable in the sense that it has all the little creature comforts, but it's uncomfortable in the sense that it's extremely uncomfortable to drive. Now, in general, follow me over here. Some of the things you'll notice about this truck, I don't even know if it's open. The basic things to understand is that first off, these are things that people don't understand. So the interior looks fine, there's no issue, everything's simple. What you don't see though, when you don't own a G-Wagon, are things like this. Okay. See, it's still not closed. In order to close a G-Wagon door, that's how you have to close it. Literally slam the shit out of it. Now, same thing with the back doors. Again, very limited space here. You can clearly see that you have the length here, but again, very small amount of room. And again, you see you have to slam all the time. Everything is slam driven. Now, even worse is this back gate. This is what some people call the bank vault. I mean, it takes so much effort and it's so heavy, yet it never closes. It needs to literally be slammed to actually close. That is the rugged side of this car. This car is rugged in the sense that it really needs someone that understands that what they're buying is ultimately a Jeep in its luxury shape. Now, here's the worst part of it all. You see this cup holder here? It's a beautiful cup holder. It actually works and there's no issues here. The problem is that this doesn't come with the car. You actually have to spend $300 and have one of these custom made so you can have a working cup holder. So let me show you what cup holder actually comes with the car so you can actually laugh. We keep walking back and forth, but this is really what this is. This is a joke, a big joke, but it's a great looking truck. I can't take that. This freaking basketball net right here, this basketball net is your cup holder. Yes, you have a basketball net as a cup holder because Mercedes knew how rugged and hard it was to drive this car that they put a net so as you move, your drink's not going to spill anywhere. That was smart, but it still looks like shit and is completely unusable. So in general, the G-Wagon is just a truck that, regardless of its incredible looks or its incredible iconic acceptance as a luxury SUV, is ultimately nothing more than a Jeep. If you're going to buy a G-Wagon, there are some things you should know. First off, it is the best value retention truck on the market. In January, this car had 29,000 miles. On December 29th, I purchased this car for $81,000. that included a 1-year CPO warranty, low mileage, and a Designo package with $135,000 MSRP. Now this truck at a Mercedes dealer was sold to me for $81,000. I have inserted roughly maybe approximately $1,000 to $1,500 of my own money in addition to that to tweak a few things, because as I told you, I swapped the wheels and ultimately got my money back. So with $1,500 more, I'm technically in this truck somewhere around $83,000. Now, as of literally 2 days ago, as I picked up my new Cayenne Turbo, I sold this truck for $89,900 2 days after listing it for sale. There are plenty of G-Wagons on the market. Most of the ones with 30,000 miles are ultimately selling for almost 5,000 more than this one, being modded and perfect in nature. So what I want you to understand is G-Wagons don't seem to be going anywhere. People are still paying a premium for low mileage G-Wagons just on the status alone, just like they're paying a premium for low mileage old ass Lamborghinis they can get away for driving for 80 grand. So the point is, if you're gonna buy a G-Wagon, you get to enjoy it for free as long as you paid right. So make sure you go through my training and understand exactly how to buy your G-Wagon without actually losing any money. Because if you buy it wrong, you're gonna eat your ass on it. So you don't have to do that. You can actually go to the link right under this video in the description, click it, and take the free training for an hour where you're gonna learn exactly how to hack your way in and out of a G63, and only a G63, no G550. This was a G63 AMG, and that's the only form you should own of this truck. The G550 is a terrible car to own because it's even slower, and on top of that, it doesn't have the aesthetic appearance of the G63. If you are going to buy one, I do recommend a few things, which most people will disagree with me, but that's okay. I don't need you to agree with me. That's what happened to me past my 12 years of age. I just stopped giving a shit what people think. So this is a guard, a brush guard, and it's very, very ugly to some people. Other people have it black. Don't do that. Don't black out your brush guards. Buy these brush guards exactly in chrome format like this and leave them on the car. If you really don't want them, you can have the adapter for $200 to actually take them off, but you can't put them on for $200. So make sure the dealer gives you one that has this. The other thing is buy colors that are dark on these. They do really well. Silver and gray do best. Second to that, black, and third, white. So don't go buying crazy colors like red. The Porsche is a different car. However, the G-Wagon is not. Black, white, gray, silver, all good choices. Interior-wise, try to opt away from the wood. This was too good of a deal for me to back out, but in most cases, go for carbon fiber or black wood. It'll help you significantly. And how much should you pay? A 2013 on average will sell for mid-80s, a 2014 for high 80s, a 2015 in the mid-90s, and so on and so forth. Now, here's the interesting part. G55 values, the ones before these, the 2008, you can't even find a G55 with low miles like this for less than 75 grand, which means that once you're buying this around the 80K mark, it ain't going anywhere. There always will be a buyer for a low mileage G-Wagon for the mid-80s, which is why this makes this truck such an incredible hack, despite being such a giant piece of shit to drive around town. So that said, buy a G-Wagon if you want an incredible SUV that looks cool, that makes you look rich, and is incredible to drive off-road on the snow or in the rain without worrying about it. Fantastic hack to do. Buy one of these or something similar if you're looking for something more comfortable. That is why I'm making the transition personally, and that is why I think there is so much value in the Cayenne Turbo over the actual G63. Nonetheless, the G63 was an incredibly fun car to drive. It gets a lot of looks everywhere, and everybody will give you thumbs up, mark it, or take a photo of it, which is amazing that an SUV that's looked like a box for the last 20 years can still get this level of attention, and yet a Range Rover that's updated so many times over and over can't. So again, it goes back to great branding and great positioning, and these trucks are just some of the best out there for that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this review. Smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and please, please, please make sure again to watch the training at the bottom. I keep telling you this, and then you guys DM me saying, listen man, I went and lost my ass 70 grand on a car. You don't have to lose your ass on a car. That's why I do this training. So go sign up to the link. It's free. Learn. If you're smart enough, you'll join Exotic Car Hacks. If you're not, then at least you'll watch the training and hopefully lose less money. Guys, I'll catch you next time in another episode, and say goodbye to the G63 as it's now over, and a profitable hack it was. So to all of you that says that we only lose money on cars, that's not true now. Be nice to each other. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.